Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for today's MLB slate on Monday, August the 12th. We got, I think, 10 or 11 games on the slate tonight, so a relatively big slate for Monday, guys. I got two early player props that I do like for tonight's slate, taking a first look at the board on Monday morning. Doing this video a little bit later than normal just because Prizepicks was doing maintenance this morning, so I wasn't able to look at the board or find any props I like till they got the site back up and running. But it's been up for about an hour or so, and I've been able to look at the board, find some plays I like. Got two props that we're going to talk about in this video, guys. And as always, we're going to share why I like these two plays. Now, before we do get started, make sure you guys hit that like button down below. If you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks and if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, be sure to sign up and use that promo code NOAH. When you use my promo code and place your first $5 lineup, you'll instantly get $50 in promo funds added to your account. So all you have to do is sign up, make a deposit, play a $5 lineup, and instantly you'll get $50 in promo funds added to your account that you can use towards making additional lineups, hopefully winning some money that you can then obviously withdraw. So check out Prizepicks, guys, and again, use that promo code NOAH if you have not yet. But we got two props to talk about for today, guys. Did make a video yesterday for Sunday. Typically don't do videos on Sundays for baseball just because all the games start early, and I typically make these videos around like 10, 11 Eastern in the morning, and by the time I get the video posted, the games they would start in like 2 hours. So it just doesn't really make a ton of sense for me to do videos on Sunday. We did do a video for Saturday though. Didn't hit our plays on Saturday, unfortunately, but hopefully we can get back for this Monday slate and get back at it. So let's talk through the props, guys, that I'm liking for Monday. And looking at the props today, first one I like is going to be a strikeout prop, and then we got a pitcher fantasy score that I'm liking for tonight. So for the strikeout prop, we're going to take a look. We're going to take a look at Andrew Abbott, and we're going to take him for less than 5 strikeouts here. So let's talk through why I like this under on Andrew Abbott. So if you look at Abbott's game log lately, he has gone over this line in his last 2 starts, but those were both really good matchups for strikeouts. He got to face the Giants, who have been a high strikeout team against left-handed pitching this season. The Giants have been striking out a lot as of late, like over the last 30 days. They have the 4th highest K rate. And then he got to face the Marlins, another team that's been a high strikeout team against left-handed pitching this season. Miami ranks 12th in strikeout rate against lefties, and I think over the last 30 days, they rank 12th in strikeout rate. So both the Giants and the Marlins are above average in terms of strikeout rate to lefties. Well, now Abbott has to face the Cardinals, a team that has historically been a low strikeout team, especially against left-handed pitching. You have guys like Paul Goldschmidt, Wilson Contreras, Nolan Arenado, Tommy Pham. These guys are all pretty low strikeout guys. Now, when you get to the bottom of the order, maybe you'll get some strikeouts down there, but the top and the middle half of the order, you're going to be facing a lot of guys that don't really strike out much. And Abbott, I don't think he's faced the Cardinals yet this season. Let's see. He has faced the Cardinals once this season, or he's actually faced them twice, excuse me. So he's faced the Cardinals twice this season. One start, went 6 innings, only had 3 strikeouts. And then another start, he went 5 innings and only had 2 strikeouts. So in his 2 starts against the Cardinals this season, only 3 and 2 strikeouts. He's gone under this line in 15. He's pushed or gone under this line in 15 out of his 23 starts this season. And if you look at the starts where Abbott had 6 strikeouts or more, in those starts, those starts were against Seattle, Colorado, Texas, Miami, Baltimore, Colorado again, the Giants, and the Red Sox. If you look at strikeout rates against left-handed pitching this season, all those teams that I just listed off, I think all those teams rank at least 13th or higher in strikeout rate. So all the teams this season where Abbott has gotten at least 6 strikeouts have been against above average teams in terms of strikeout rate, teams that strike out at a higher clip than league average. Now he's facing a Cardinals team that, again, has been a low strikeout team this season versus left-handed pitching. They do rank 22nd in strikeout rate. They have just a 20.3% K rate against lefties this season. Abbott's already faced this Cardinals team twice this season, has gone under this line in both of those starts. I feel like this line is a little bit inflated because of his last 2 starts for Abbott. But again, those were both really good strikeout matchups against teams that strike out a lot against lefties. Now he's facing a Cardinals team that doesn't strike out a lot against lefties. So I do like this under for Andrew Abbott. Abbott's also not a pitcher that really has great strikeout stuff. If you look at his numbers this season, his strikeout rate, it's well below league average, 19.4%. His whiff rate, his chase rate also rank well below league average. So he's not really getting a lot of whiffs this year. He's not getting a lot of chases. if you're not getting whiffs, if you're not getting chases, it's going to be hard to get strikeouts. So we're going to roll with that as our first prop for tonight, guys. We're going to take Andrew Abbott for less than 5 strikeouts. And then the other prop that I like to pair with that is going to be a pitcher fantasy score. And the prop that I'm liking here is Framber Valdez. We're going to take Framber Valdez for more than 35.5 pitcher fantasy score. And let's talk through this prop on Valdez and why I like this one. So if you look at Valdez's game log this season, he's only gone over this line in half of his starts, 10 out of 20 starts this season. But if you look as of late, Valdez has really started to turn a corner. He's been pitching really well as of late over this line in 4 out of his last 5 starts. Didn't go over against Seattle. Did have a rough start there. Only went 5 2/3 innings, so wasn't able to get a quality start. But if he would have gotten one more out, would have got a quality start, he would have been a lot closer than what his box score suggests. But yeah, you look at his game log lately. He's had some really, really good starts. I mean, 58 fantasy score against the Marlins. I think he had 10 strikeouts in that game against the Marlins. He did have 10 strikeouts. Had a really good start against the Dodgers. 10 strikeouts against the Dodgers. Last 2 starts has been racking up Ks too. He had 10 strikeouts against Pittsburgh. Against Texas, only had 5 strikeouts, but he nearly pitched a complete game there. I think he actually I want to say he almost had a no-hitter in that last start against Texas, and I think Corey Seager hit a home run off of him in like the last out of the game. So, you look at his game log lately. He's been racking up a ton of strikeouts, been going deep into games. Now he faces a Tampa Bay team that I think is a team we probably want to attack. If you look at Tampa Bay this season against left-handed pitching, they've been above league average in terms of their offensive numbers against lefties. But you got to think, they don't have Randy Arozarena anymore. They don't have Isaac Paredes anymore. So this Tampa Bay lineup is definitely not as scary as maybe it would have been earlier on in the season. You look at their lineup for today, the top half of the order, there's still some guys that hit left-handed pitching well. Like Yandy Diaz is a good hitter. Christopher Morel has power, but he also strikes out a lot. But then you look at the rest of this lineup. I mean, Johnny DeLuca, Dylan Carlson, Curtis Mead, Jose Siri, Jose Caballero, Taylor Walls, Alex Jackson. Like, none of these guys are great hitters. So I think this is a really good spot for Framber Valdez. He's going to be playing in Tampa Bay as well, which is a good pitcher's park. This should definitely be a spot where Framber Valdez is able to get a quality start. I definitely think he has some win potential here as well. The Astros are slight favorites in this game, minus 130 moneyline favorites. I don't think we need a win from Framber to go over this fantasy score line, but if he gets a win, obviously that's going to be even better. But you can just look at his projections for today, and you can see the books are expecting a quality start here. He has an 18.5 pitching outs line. It is juiced towards the under. He has a 2.5 earned runs allowed line, which is also juiced towards the under. So he's expected to go 6 innings. He's expected to give up, likely less than 3 runs. And then if you look at his strikeout prop, I mean, the books are expecting a good amount of strikeouts here for Framber. He's got a 6.5 strikeout prop, and Framber is typically not a guy that has high K props. Like he's never been a high strikeout pitcher, but the strikeout rate is starting to go up. Lately we've seen some high K games from him. He's typically a guy that can get a lot of ground balls, pitches deep into games. He's able to get some soft contact. He's been a great ground ball pitcher once again this year, 98th percentile in ground ball percentage. But the strikeouts are starting to rise, which is only going to boost his fantasy upside. If he's able to continue to get those ground balls, continue to pitch deep into games, and then bring strikeouts along with it, that's only going to boost his fantasy score, potential upside. And we've obviously seen that lately with him having some really big games lately, racking up double-digit strikeouts in a bunch of his recent games. But I mean, if he can go 6 innings here with 5-6 Ks, maybe only give up a run or two, get a quality start, potentially get a win, that's a pretty good recipe for him to go over this fantasy score line. Even if he doesn't get a win, like let's say he goes 6 innings with 6 Ks, gives up a run, that would still be 37 fantasy score even without giving him a win. So there's a lot of ways we can get 36 fantasy score here from Framber. Maybe he doesn't get 7-8 strikeouts, but maybe he gets a quality start and a win. Maybe he doesn't get a win, but he still gets a quality start and racks up like 8 strikeouts. Like there's just a lot of ways for this line to hit. I think this line at 35.5 is probably a bit too low given Framber's projections for today, especially given he has a 6.5 K prop. I want to look at his game log this season, and I want to say that so he's only had 7 strikeouts in 6 starts this season, but in those 6 starts where he's had at least 7 strikeouts, he's had 49, 55, 58, 58, 59, and 42 fantasy scores. So if he gets 7 strikeouts, I think we got a pretty good chance at 36 fantasy score as well. And there are definitely scenarios where he doesn't get 7 strikeouts, but still goes over fantasy score. He had, he had 45 fantasy score against Texas, but only 5 strikeouts. He had 42 fantasy score against Toronto, but only 5 strikeouts. had 40 fantasy score against Minnesota, only 4 strikeouts, 37 fantasy score against Detroit, only 4 strikeouts. Because of his ability to pitch deep into games, that typically means he can still rack up fantasy points even if he's not getting a bunch of Ks. But I think there will be K upside in this matchup because this Tampa Bay team will definitely strike out against left-handed pitching. This season against lefties, they have a top 5 K rate, 24.6%. So I think this is a really good matchup overall for Framber. He's pitching really well as of lately. Like the spot a lot for him against the Rays. That's what we're going to roll with as our second play for today, guys. We're going to take Framber Valdez for more than 35.5 pitcher fantasy score. So these are going to be our 2 props for Monday's MLB slate. We're going to take Andrew Abbott for less than 5 strikeouts and Framber Valdez for more than 35.5 pitcher fantasy score. If you guys are going to tell me on these 2 plays, let's hit both these plays today, guys. Let's make some money on this slate. As always, I do appreciate you guys watching these Prizepicks videos. Make sure you hit that like button down below. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And again, if you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have a Prizepicks account, be sure to use that promo code NOAH. When you sign up, you'll get your first deposit matched up. Use that promo code NOAH when you sign up for Prizepicks. I'm so used to saying the other promo. Place your first $5 lineup, and you'll instantly get $50 in promo funds added to your account. So that's a new promotion Prizepicks is running. Place your first $5 lineup, you'll instantly get $50 in promo funds when you sign up, make a deposit, and use that promo code NOAH. So yeah, good luck tonight, guys. That's what we got for this slate. Let's make some money, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.